My name is Sharon Ramkelawan. Everybody calls me Sharo. 3.5 years ago, my husband and I moved from Houston to plant a church in Queens. And we found a small storefront that can hold about 75 people. In about a month or so, obviously that was too small, so we started praying for a larger building. And it was actually after 21 days of fasting that my drummer sent me a text message that said, "Pastor, look at this building." The building stretches an entire city block. I laughed because it was tough to make the rent in the 75-seater building we had. How was I going to afford, a city block? The last night of our fast, about 1:45 in the morning, I got a phone call from somebody at a place where I had done a women's conference. And she said, "Can we come have dinner with you?" And I said, "Of course." So at dinner that day, the lady pushed a check across the table for me. And I looked at it and I gave it right back to her because I thought, what a sick joke, who writes that many zeros on a check anyway? And the check contained enough money to purchase the building and then some. And so about 2 weeks after that, I put the bid in on the building and we got it. So it was definitely and totally, absolutely God. A week before that, it wasn't an option for us. Hearing about Feed New York was definitely providence. About a week and a half before Sandy hit, Kate came to our building, the warehouse, and she was brought by a mutual acquaintance, I suppose, whom neither of us knew very well at all. It was the strangest thing. As she was leaving, I hugged her and I said, well, who knows what God's going to use this relationship for. I felt like it wasn't just for that moment. It wasn't just a random meeting or anything like that. But that was it. And then Sandy hit, and I got a phone call from Kate. And she said, there are people all over the U.S. sending us relief. Could I send some your way? And I said, well, actually, you sure could, because we can absolutely house it. And we had no idea that God would take it to the place He's taken it. Just to give you an idea of what happened from that warehouse, 2 million bottles of water were distributed after Sandy. That's crazy. 250,000 family meals that would last for 2 weeks, for a family. 250,000, 75,000 winter coats were distributed from that place. And even the Times Square Church congregation would stop by those that live in that area and drop off coats and things like that. But Feed New York itself, it was after Sandy, she came back to me and she said, I have this vision and our church is having, trying to support the vision, and this is the idea. Do you think it's possible that Hope NYC could be one of the hubs? And I said, it's absolutely possible, because that's our vision too. God gave us the building to reach the city. And what better way to reach the city than to help feed those that need food?